The British press doesn't hate Harry and Meghan. They depend on them. And brain-dead consumers keep falling for it like it's gospel. The haters? Loud, loyal, and proudly low IQ. If the UK tabloids stopped writing about them tomorrow, half their headlines would vanish. And so would their profits. Since 2020, over 74,000 articles have been published about Meghan alone. That's not journalism. That's obsession turned business model. Now, compare that to Kate Middleton. In the same time frame, Meghan had 843 articles printed. Kate, just 144. And while 43% of Meghan's coverage was negative, Kate's was only 8%. That's not just bias. It's deliberate image manipulation. The British media has mastered the art of perception warfare. They build one woman up as the perfect English rose, while demonizing the other as a threat to tradition, then sit back and profit off the chaos. They're not informing the public. They're brainwashing them. One clickbait headline at a time. And the saddest part? So many people fall for it. No questions asked, no critical thinking, just parroting headlines from papers that would sell their own monarch for ad revenue. And then the haters. The keyboard clowns who foam at the mouth anytime Harry and Meghan breathe. They're not outraged citizens. They're unpaid PR interns for a broken tabloid system. Loud, gullible, and dumb enough to think their obsession is righteous anger. They don't realize they're not fighting for truth. They're just clout chasing in a circus they'll never profit from. Let's be clear. Harry and Meghan aren't a scandal. They're a business model. The press doesn't hate them. They need them. Desperately. Because without them, the royal beat is dry and the headlines are limp. The British press doesn't expose corruption. They are the machinery of it, and they rely on the brain-dead public to keep feeding it. So ask yourself, if they stop talking about Harry and Meghan tomorrow, what else would they have to sell you? And why are you still buying it?
Let's skip the niceties. The UK media doesn't despise Harry and Meghan. They depend on them. This isn't journalism. It's a carefully scripted melodrama posing as news coverage. And the audience? A crowd of furious, manipulated echo chambers who think they're informed when they're just being used. Welcome to the Star Spotlight, where we don't tiptoe around the truth. We throw it straight at the gates of Buckingham Palace. Today, we're tearing into the media frenzy around the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, a spectacle so manufactured it could give reality TV a complex. Let's get real. Harry and Meghan don't endanger the monarchy. They endanger the media's bottom line. If the tabloids lost them tomorrow, royal reporting would collapse faster than Prince Andrew's popularity. No Sussex stories, no royal revenue. Since 2020, Meghan Markle has been featured in over 74,000 published pieces. That's not journalism. That's organized surveillance for profit. In the same period, Kate Middleton, the press darling, appeared in just 144 stories. That's not about conduct, that's about editorial choices. Nearly half of Meghan's coverage is negative. Kate's, a measly 8%. And we're supposed to believe that's unbiased? This isn't news, it's narrative management. A tale of two duchesses, one submissive, the other outspoken. It's not about what's true, it's about what sells. And what sells is a sanitized version of royalty, quiet, white, and conflict-free. But sure, Meghan's the villain, because nothing honors heritage like daily stories critiquing a woman's dress color. This is psychological warfare. One woman turned into a public punching bag to protect the image of an outdated institution. And the media? They're the directors, scripting the outrage, marketing the melodrama like it's soap. The actual scandal isn't that Harry and Meghan stepped back. It's that the press chased them, with microphones, camera crews, and headlines like blades. Let's be blunt, this has nothing to do with loyalty. It's all about money. The British media didn't have a meltdown because the couple left the country. They panicked because their cash cow walked out, so they flipped the script. Now every move Harry and Meghan make is scandalized. Charity appearances, image rehab, TV deals, cash grab, staying quiet, arrogance, speaking up, disrespectful. They're locked in a rigged game. And the most vocal critics? The furious online mobs shouting about duty and betrayal? They're not commentators. They're unpaid marketing assistants for a toxic media machine, duped into defending a crown that doesn't even know they exist. These aren't concerned citizens. They're emotional cleanup crews, mopping up the tabloid's mess with retweets and rage. Harry and Meghan aren't controversies. They're commodities. They're digital gold. The press doesn't care about ethics. They care about engagement. And Meghan brings in the clicks, the drama, the dollars. If the Sussexes vanished today, what would the tabloids pivot to? A detailed report on King Charles's organic jam? A 3-part exposé on Princess Anne's boots? Come on. This is an industry, and you, the reader, the scroller, the commenter, you're the engine. Every view, every reaction, every furious repost, you keep the gears turning. You're not preserving tradition. You're boosting page views. So ask yourself, who's cashing in on your indignation? Hint, it's not you. The UK media has perfected manipulation. Paint Meghan as the outsider. Cast Harry as the deserter. Frame Kate as the perfect royal. Package the drama. Sell it on repeat. But here's the uncomfortable reality. They don't despise Harry and Meghan. They rely on them. Without them, the royal news cycle flatlines. It becomes irrelevant, and the press would have to face their biggest fear-covering stories that actually matter. They don't expose power, they protect it. They don't report truth, they drown it in carefully curated lies. They don't inform, they entertain. With rumor, with bias, with shiny, hollow stories wrapped in royal branding. It's time to step out of their spell. Start questioning the narratives. Why are Harry and Meghan still front-page fodder years after stepping away? Why is challenging a system more controversial than covering up its flaws? Why trust the same media that sold you wars, disinformation, and celebrity feuds? This isn't national pride, it's exploitation. You're watching the Star Spotlight, where we don't kneel to royalty, we lift the veil. If this resonated, give us a like, subscribe for more uncomfortable truths, and share it with someone still treating tabloid headlines like holy scripture. Until next time, don't just sip the tea, tip the whole pot. This is Michelle with clarity and care. See you on the next podcast.